Alright, this is Corey with the Drain Specialist. We are here at 113 South Helena. We are running from a outside cleanout that sits in the foundation of the southeast corner of the building. Right now we are out 80 feet. We had to clear the line with the hydro jetter. Sounds like there's an extensive history of the jetter being needed here at this home to clear the line. So, long story short, it appears 111 South Helena and potentially 1604 and 1606 East First tie into this address or into this common line. Not entirely sure, as the sewer cards actually do not show that. They show 1604 and 1604 East First and 111 South Helena on a shared line, and they show 1606 East Helena or East First on its own line. However, you can see through here as I'll be pulling back that there are some lines that tie in here, so I think 113 South Helena also ties in to the same common line. It just wasn't shown on the sewer card. So we're out 80 feet. This is 4-inch PVC. Right here is a transition to tile, and this is where the line was blocked. It was pretty packed full of sludge. There's a big old belly here in this line, but this is where the line finally cleared once I worked through here with the jetter. There's a little bit of roots down here left over at the bottom of the pipe. I don't think a cutter is going to take care of those, cut them up any smaller than they are presently. However, in the future, I will recommend, before using the jetter, that we use cable to clear the line, just because that's going to be a cheaper alternative in the future. And although the jetter may be needed, cable may be able to get the job done. But you can see a little bit of roots here, how this transition to tile. There's a little bit more right there. Again, not much. But this is essentially the start of a long belly flat spot here. We're hooked on the transition here. There's some PVC again, but it's a short section. You can see how full this is. This is all just a giant belly. To the right of the screen we have something tying in. Now we're at 59 feet. I don't think this is 1606 East First, which is what it theoretically would be. We're just not far enough into the line, but I also don't know what else this could be. Up here, this is pretty in line. We're at 51 feet. That is what my guess is to 111 South Helena is where it ties in. Again, this is guesswork. We're not able to access those and verify for sure. And there's a transition, little bit of an offset there, but this wasn't the source of the issue, so I'm not too worried about that offset. There's another solid one here. Now, again, this is all allegedly, but according to Bulldog, who had previously been doing the jetters here, there's a spot right near a power pole that the line was broken or something along those lines. This could be what they were referring to. There's a pretty big offset here in the tile. We have a ABS or PVC corner here, a little 45, and then we go right back to tile. Now this could also be what they were referring to by the power pole. Right here we're out 40 feet. This is more in line to the distance from where we are accessing the cleanout to where that power pole sits. And again, I mean, this isn't terrible. I mean, you know, you could, again, the sludge blockage was not formed here, so it's hard for me to point fingers at this spot as being a problem spot when the sludge wasn't being formed, but there may be a little bit of pipe missing here. Again, sludge blockage didn't start here. It started at that spot back at the transition from tile to PVC. A little rough on the inside here. The tennis ball on the head of the camera is bouncing up and down. We get into a little bit of a flat spot in here. That's why it's holding water. We're not able to run water on the inside. Here at 30 feet, we have something tying in on the left-hand side of the screen here in the tile. Don't know what this is, if this is an old vacated line from 111 South Helena or what this is. We can't, like I said, can't run water on the inside of the house to see if this is us or not, but this potentially could be this address. At 30 feet though, it's kind of in the middle of the two homes, 111 and 113. So we have a little offset here. I actually couldn't get the camera past here. There was no usable power source, so I couldn't run my cutter through here, my cable on my 1065. And so once I sat here and tried to fight this spot, it was just packed full of sludge. Tried to get through here with my camera before running the jetter, and it would not pass, and so that's when we decided to go to the jetter. This, I don't know if this is, I think this might just be cast iron right here. Potentially Orangeburg, it's kind of tough to tell. Yeah, I think it's Orangeburg. And then we switch to our PVC cleanout here. So here's our clean out. Here's the corner of the house. Here's the other corner. And this concludes our video.